I have been playing Blair Witch, and I did that during the Tuesday stream on Twitch. And I have to say, I had both mostly positive experiences. The only negative side was two. One is that the game, and I've seen, that's mostly when I've seen like criticism regarding the game. I think that's most what I've seen. And that has to do with the like performance or technical aspect, that it's could have been even like better optimized. I had to fix to actually get it running pretty smooth and stuff. And I have a good rig, as you know, and good internet, so it was a bit like, wait a second. So that was a bit like, okay. But, and also there are parts when you get into the game, which I'll talk about in a second, where you also could have needed maybe one or two more hints, you know, to save a bit of time. I like that you have to explore. I like that you have to like find things yourself. I'm fine with that. But it was some points where it was like, yeah, it could have been a bit like a hint or something. But anywho, what we're talking about is, of course, Blair Witch, and we're talking about the game that is related to the movie in many ways. And you're playing this policeman or officer coming to this point where he goes out for this search of this boy. I think the name is Peter or something. Might be in his like 12 years old, something like that. And you have company, but not a human. You have a dog. And the good part with the gameplay and the fun part is that when you enter these woods, the forest, you can use the dog to help you. He can search, you can call for him, he can stay put, and you can like, you know, you can pet him. It's important to actually pet him too, because he also gets upset because of the actions or things that are happening later on when you get deeper into this forest, because of course there's something supernatural also in there, even though you, without spoiling, start to understand that there's someone actually taking like people away somewhere in this forest, and weird things.
It's really freaky. Really
it's freaky. Yeah, I have to say, and as Q is saying here, it is freaky, and that is of course the good part when you're playing a horror game, that is actually happening. And I think they're doing this in a good way. I've only played like 2.5 hours or something like that, and I'm looking forward to stream it again. And unfortunately right now I can only do it like once a week, so it's gonna be on Tuesday again. But I had a good overall positive feeling, and it does the job. The game gets the job done, if I put it like that. You have this it looks good too. I think the graphics are nice, and it sounds good, and it builds up a very like eerie feeling. Again, especially when the light starts to go out and you only have this flashlight, and you see the dog just a few meters in front of you, and he starts to react to the sounds and the things you find, because it's a lot about trying to find these clues that, you know, leads you closer to this missing guy, you know. So, yeah, you want to fill in here?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I played Blair Witch at Gamescom 2019 a couple weeks ago, and the thing is that it is a freaky game. Like I basically, when I got hit from my first jump scare in the game, and when I got hit from that, dude, I was like, I think I just jumped up and I was like, oh my god, no. And the devs were laughing, but then I wasn't the worst person there. Like, there was one guy, he had the devs on their backs rolling with laughter, because he screamed and he tossed his controller up in the air. He was like, ah! And it was...
Okay.
So, I will say it gets more terrifying when you're alone, because you don't always have the dog. There's certain segments of the game you're alone and you don't have the dog with you, and those are the creepiest segments ever. You're like house where I played, and you're walking through this house.
Don't spoil.
Okay, yeah, mate, like,
careful,
bro. I didn't know how far you got, but trust me, you're still in the early segments where you just went into the forest, right? Like, you park the car, you walk into the forest with a dog, old abandoned building or something, and there's like a fence and stuff like that.
I'm not there yet, so
okay, well then.
Because you played some kind of demo or something, isn't it?
Yeah, they played them, so I'm assuming maybe they
then
skipped a couple of things.
they skip parts, yes.
Yeah, but the game is terrifying, and other than that, but I do agree with you on the fact that a lot of things aren't clear. Like, I remember I got lost, and I had to ask the developers for help a couple of times. I was like,
exactly,
so like, where am I supposed to be going? And they're like, oh, you're supposed to, did you get this thing? You're supposed to go here, and you're supposed to do this. And so it wasn't the most difficult of puzzles, it was just that it's not as clear as you would think, but I think that also makes it a bit more terrifying, because then you're like, you're a bit frustrated trying to find where you're supposed to be going, and then you hear noises. That's really freaky. So Blair Witch pretty good. I'm keen on it. I'm not gonna play though. I'm not gonna play, but I'm keen on it.
You can pop in later when I'm playing it, and just to remind yourself how freaking terrifying it is.
I can watch you play it, but
you can hold my hand a bit in the stream. I need it, so
yeah. Definitely, most definitely. I'm not gonna be the one doing the stream, because I was like, nope, I'm not doing this game.